The reason why some of y'all ain't getting the shit that you want to really have out here is not because you don't deserve the shit, but because inside you still are holding on to attaching yourself to the old story, right? I'm just going to give you a quick, clear motherfucking example. All right, so I used to see myself as a people pleaser back in the day, right? And when I say people pleaser, like I say it from a negative perspective. Like I saw it as something negative, right? Oh, people pleaser. I was out here just pleasing motherfuckers left and right, right? So I'm still adhering to victim mentality because in that notion of thinking of people pleaser like that, I'm thinking like I'm out here overpouring and overgiving to motherfuckers and they're just using and abusing and taking advantage of me and this, that, and the third. Okay, so that's victim mentality, right? Because I'm seeing myself as the victim, the one who is helpless, the one who is powerless, right? And seeing them as the motherfucking powerful ones. They are taking from me. Okay, now, not to say that, I stayed in the mindset or the capacity of being a people pleaser, but this is for people that consistently find yourself going back to the situations, the old stories, and, the shit that you went through. You find yourself in the midst of reflecting on those situations. Now, there's nothing wrong with reflecting on them situations, right? But the thing is, when you can, first of all, sit with your shit, right? Because if you still in victim mentality and you still see it as they did this, they did that to me, they, then you gotta sit with your shit, sit with your pain, sit with your hurt, acknowledge that you feel hurt, acknowledge that you feel angry, acknowledge that shit, right? And not necessarily to them, right? Now you can if you want to, but me, I'm on some other shit because I don't got time for acknowledging shit to nobody because, bitch, I'm here leveling myself the fuck up. I don't give a fuck whether or not you see the error of your ways, none of that shit. Alright, so that was an interruption by my child. She's leaving to go to work. So I find myself in a space of not even really feeling the need to confront people and really speak about what you did or how you acted unless I truly feel like this is a relationship that I actually want to continue to have. Then I'm going to let you know, like, you move a certain way and in order to continue to, like, fuck with me or deal with me, you can't move that way. Or I'm just not going to let you know, like I said before, and I'm just going to start enforcing my boundaries. And if you look at me like I'm acting funny or I'm acting different, then it's going to be what's going to be. If you don't ask me why or you don't, if you don't say nothing, I don't give a fuck. I ain't got nothing to say either, right? Anyway, getting off topic here because it happens sometimes. But, okay, back to reframing your story. So you're going to see, you're going to sit with your shit, right? You're going to sit with your feelings. You're going to acknowledge your feelings. Because I can guarantee you that pain and that hurt is only there to tell you that you see yourself, like you feel hurt and you feel all these different things because you are looking at it from a lower perspective, right? A more dense, a more heavier perspective, which makes you feel heavier and denser because you're looking at it, you're thinking about it from a heavier or denser place, right? Okay, they used me, they abused me, they took advantage of me, they took, they subtracted from your life. Lack. So you see yourself as the victim. So you're going to see yourself on a lower scale. So it's going to feel bad to you, right? And getting what you desire, getting what you want in this world is all about frequency, right? You got to be on a certain frequency. Does not mean that you have to feel a certain way. It just means you got to be thinking a certain way, right? So now, here come the lawnmowers trying to stop my flow. But they don't know that I got to keep on with the show. But, so now, what you're going to do is you're going to stop. Once you feel your feels, feel your feelings, acknowledge your feelings, acknowledge that there's nothing wrong with these feelings or whatever, right? It's all currency, it's all energy, and it's just here to level you the fuck up. All this shit I feel right now is just here to level me the fuck up, right? For one, see how that changes the game versus these feelings, this pain is here to stop me. It's here to hurt me. It's here to make me feel so bad. You're gonna be on a lower, denser playing field than on a higher one when you like, oh, this shit is here for my benefit. And you able to actually just feel your shit. And even when you feel the sadness and that shit feels like uncomfortable or whatever, or the anger or whatever it is you feel, even when you feel those feelings, it's going to be on a higher feeling. You're going to feel higher because you're going to think differently about it, right? Okay, so with people pleasing, right, I begin to start to see it as, instead of seeing myself as a victim, like, oh, they used and abused me, what I truly realize is that you're a master fucking manipulator. Because at the end of the day, yeah, these people were out here, they were not really manipulating you because their intentions were out front from the gate, right? If you a people pleaser and somebody is taking advantage of you, you literally can see what this person is all about and how they are using you, how they are, like, being around you because they know, okay, she's going to give me good words, she's going to lift me up, she's going to make me feel good, she's going to do whatever it is that she got to do to make sure that I'm feeling good, to make sure, I feel high or whatever. Okay, so their intentions is already up front. Your shit is hidden because you truly are also manipulating. You are like, okay, I'm going to give this person XYZ, and in turn, what you're wanting from them is whatever it is you want from them, whether you are seeking validation, whether you are seeking love, whether you are seeking empowerment, upliftment, whatever the fuck it is you're seeking from them, right? Now, where the fuck shit come in at is because when your ass do not see the shit you want to see from them, then you start to feel like you got played. You start seeing it from a perspective of you got played, right? Okay, so now that's where the whole victim mentality thing comes in at, because I'm giving of myself to this person. I'm doing all the things that I know to do to try to make them feel good, try to make them see their worth, their potential, try to uplift them, this, that, and the third, and in turn, they're just giving me ass to kiss. So, but when you really, really like break it down from the deepest of deepest levels, you are just a master manipulator, right? You are a master manipulator. But when you take yourself out of being a victim, the game changes for you, right? Because now you're in a space of, you are still, you recognize that you are powerful enough, like you have master manipulation power down the fuck pats. What you need to start doing is just realizing that when someone is not giving you whatever it is that you seek, you pull back from them. And how I've learned to do that is by just giving it to my motherfucking self, right? I don't need you to validate me if I can validate myself. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need all of those things. But when I do think back on being a people pleaser, I just be sitting back sometimes like, damn, you are really a master manipulator. Like, you are truly, actually very fucking powerful, because you was way more dangerous than any of the motherfuckers that you looked at and saw as users or takers. You're actually more dangerous than any of them can be, because you play a game that people can't see. You play a game that people can't see. And while some people will say, oh, that's crazy, that's this, that's that, right? Because I had a conversation with somebody and they was like, oh, well, that's crazy because you being a master manipulator, you actually fouler than them. I don't give a fuck, right? I'm at a place where I don't give a fuck about what nobody has to say about anything that I do or how I act or how I perceive things. But I'm going to see it from a place that is going to empower me, from a place that is going to lift me up, from a place that is going to keep me in a high place of confidence, right? A place of being on a throne. Because when I start to see myself like that and I feel empowered behind it, my frequency is high. I'm on a high fucking frequency inside. I'm on a high frequency because I see myself as worthy. I see myself as powerful. I see myself as omnipotent. Bitch, I am the alpha and the omega, okay? I don't give a fuck how anybody perceives that either or takes that. But that's how I see myself. And that's how I'm able to keep myself on a frequency of getting what I want. Because the universe, well, you actually are the universe, but it's you. Your frequency pushes out, projects outward, and then it circles back, right? What you put out is what comes back to you. So the frequency you're on is the frequency that will be replicated back to you in the physical, right? So whatever frequency you're on inside in the spiritual, that which cannot be seen but can be felt, is projected out of you, goes around and around, and then it comes back to you, right? So I keep myself on a high frequency. Whenever I go into situations that were once detrimental to me, I learn to see it from a place of being powerful instead of powerless. I took myself out of victimhood and I see myself as a motherfucking victor, and bitch, now I'm unstoppable. So yeah, subscribe, follow the fucking vibe. Learn how to take yourself out of that space of being a victim, because a victim is helpless, powerless. And there's nothing wrong with being a victim if you want to be a victim, but just know if you stay a victim, you're going to project out victim type shit. And that's what's going to circle round and around and around and replicate back to you, mirror back to you, come back to you, be reflected back to you from the outside, because that's what you're pushing out from the inside, right? From dark to light, baby. What's in the dark comes to the light. So, yeah, that's that. Stay in your power bag, because everything else is a fucking drag.